please let me
It's
hear.
above
My
me now.
daughter's here.
I'm sorry, but I was on the phone when you said it.
I said I'm sorry. Please, I've had a...
It's above me now.
I said I'm sorry.
It's above me now.
Please,
I was on the phone when you said it.
He won't let me in.
What's up, my natural beauties? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you are returning, thank you for sticking with me. I know I have been gone for too long. I think it's time to bring it back. Corny. Oh, this couch dusty because I haven't been here in a minute. But don't worry, I got some good stuff for you today, okay? I'm sorry I've been gone so long, but the reason is because I'm starting my own business and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. And research. And my mind has been focused on getting my business started up, okay? So let me tell you, it's not easy at all. And a lot goes into it, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it from what I've learned. I'm going to give you background on the business that I am starting. So I started a clothing business called Dress Olive. You all can go ahead and subscribe to my social media channels at Dress Olive for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. YouTube coming soon. I'm going to give you a few tips on what I've learned and how you can get your business started in 2019. Now, it's not up and running yet, but I'm in the process of getting it up and running. And there are plenty of steps before the launch, okay? So let me go ahead and tell you guys what you need to know. First, you need to choose what type of business you want to go into. Of course, I know plenty of us know that already. And once you do that, choose a name. Now, when choosing a name, make sure that you do check that that name is not taken. A good way to do that is to go on GoDaddy.com, look for that domain name, and if it is taken, more than likely there is a business registered under that name, okay? So that's one way you can check to see if your business is registered. Now, there are other ways. You can go on some government sites. I'll link them down below. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but you can check and see if you see the business name in your state. So if you see your business name available on GoDaddy.com, go ahead and purchase that domain name before somebody takes it, okay? All right, next is registering your business. So once you have your name and you have the domain, go ahead and register your business. I went through a lawyer because I don't know all the legalities that come with registering a business in my state or with the IRS. So I paid $500 to get my business registered. Now, some of you may think that is a lot of money. Yeah, it is. But I made it as an investment. But it was an investment that I was willing to make. I thought it was necessary to make sure that my business was registered properly with the government and the state. So I just went ahead and paid that money. All right, once your business is registered, it comes back good, nobody has it. So then you go ahead and get any licenses you need for the type of business that you are running. My online business deals with clothing, so I needed to get a seller's permit or a sales and use tax ID. It was very difficult trying to figure out the difference because I would hear people say seller's permit and I would hear people say sales and use tax ID. So I had to do a lot of research on how to do this properly. Other licenses that you may need, maybe you're selling construction equipment or alcohol, they have different type of licenses for that. If you're making food at your house, like baked goods, or you're selling food, they have different licenses for that as well. So now I have my seller's permit, so I am able to buy wholesale, sell wholesale, and sell anything that I buy, you know, or sell anything that I manufacture or any of my products. So now that it can be taxed by the state. After your business gets registered, make sure you get an EIN number that registers your business with the IRS, okay? So we wanna make sure we get that registered, or we wanna make sure that you get an EIN number that'll identify your business. You now make your logo for your business. I used Photoshop, I created my own logo, I didn't outsource it anywhere, and I love it. I'm glad that I was able to personalize it. You want to get your website built, and let me just tell you right now, outsourcing your website will cost you a pretty penny. I had a consultation with someone who was going to build my website, and the price was $2,000. Oh hell no! I could have paid in increments of $500 over 4 months, but even after talking with that individual, and also she does great work, I thought to myself, I could save that $2,000 to build my inventory and use for marketing. So I decided to look for options that I can access for a lower price and build my website by myself. Now, there are a few options that I did try out, and I had one that I am going with now. The number one choice that I made was Shopify. Shopify is great. The backend is very good and easy to work with. I did purchase a Shopify theme. There are themes that you can purchase that makes it a lot easier for the layout, so you don't have to go ahead and design everything yourself. The themes ranged from $160 to $180, but I thought it was worth it so that I could build my website faster. It's much cheaper than $2,000, okay? So if I did decide to build it from scratch, it was gonna take me longer and longer to get my website up because I'm not familiar with the coding it takes to build a website. So Shopify has made it very easy for me to do everything, and it's very good. I suggest if you're starting an online business or a business and you need a website, go with Shopify. Another option is Wix. I actually tried Wix first, but the backend is trash. It sucks. I don't like it. Well, let me say that's my opinion. I don't like it. You can give it a try, but I just think that it's not, I think it'll be malformatted if you try to go from device to device, different devices like tablet, phone, desktop, whatever. It's gonna be malformatted if you don't do it properly. But with Shopify, everything's formatted great for you, and it transitions and transfers over to different devices like easily like that. It's so easy. I suggested building the website before getting your products, so that once you get your products, you can just go ahead and load them to the site, right? So next is looking for manufacturers or wholesalers or whatever product you're selling. Look for vendors that produce those products. There are tons of manufacturers out there that you can reach out to, tons of wholesalers, tons of people who produce products that you can build off of and customize to be your own. Look for them, look for them, look for them. And a lot of them you cannot access unless you have a permit. So back to when I said get your license, make sure you get all of the licenses that you need, because you're gonna need them to access any products that they have. You can't even see the picture or price or anything, or you can't have access to anything basically. They wanna make sure that you're a legit business and you have the ability to buy wholesale within your state. Next thing I would say is packaging and product organization. So packaging, I have to do a lot of research and trial and error with this, because if you really think about it, a lot of people outsource their packaging, like poly mailers and stuff like that. For like, an example would be like the big poly mailers that Boohoo or Fashion Nova put their things in when they're delivering or when they're sending off your packages to you. Now, there are a lot of people who provide those services. They are foreign and outsourced out of the country. And I think that's actually a good idea because you can get it very cheap. I saw this one site that actually charged $2,000 for 500 poly mailers. And I'm like, I could get that much. I can get that many for way cheaper. So I suggest whatever you're using, or boxes or customized packaging, a good site to do that from or order those from is Alibaba. That is a great site. There are so many resources on there that you can access, and it's for free. So and it's for free. You can access those resources for free, and they'll send you an invoice for when you're ready to pay. You can ask them tons of questions and they'll reply. Of course, the time difference makes you a little impatient, but it's worth it. So you want to make sure you have your thank you cards in your packaging, including discounts or boho or anything like that. You want to make sure that you include your receipt or invoices for the customer. In some cases, people like to include return labels, and they just go ahead and pay for return labels in case the customer is not satisfied with your product. So that's as far as packaging. make sure it's customized, has your logo on it, things like that. Make sure you have everything. As far as product organization, depending on what you're selling, I like to organize my stuff. I bought a sticker maker. I label it with the product SKU number and the quantity that I currently have. And when I hang them up, I separate them by size. So that makes it much easier when putting together an order for a customer. So I suggest investing in label makers, investing in any storage containers that you need to separate your products based on size, color, product name, things, whatever you want to separate it as, just to make it easier to find things when you're trying to put together an order for a customer. So I want to also talk about private labeling. Now you want to make sure that you bring your brand out to the front. You want to make sure people know exactly what your brand is, what it looks like, and what it stands for. So I highly suggest private labeling. Private labeling is putting your name on products that you manufacture or someone else manufacture, or you buy wholesale, things like that. Put your label on there, but make sure that you get written consent that you can do so, because they can sue you in the long run. You can also get services like that to get like the tag on the back of the shirt. You can get those services from Alibaba like I did. Here's an example of a tag that I sampled here, and you just tell them what you want. You do have to pay a small fee for sampling, and it's worth it because you are investing in your business. Any purchase that I make for my business, I am fine with it because I'm investing in something that is mine, my own. With private labeling, you'll need the labels for your products. This is for my clothing business. I'm not sure what you will need for other types of business, but this is an example what you would need for, like, if you're doing a clothing business or something. You will need hang tags, like when you buy a product, you see the hang tag with the price, the size, and stuff like that on it. You need those, and that will, with your logo on it or any design. You can also, and you can make that yourself. You can get it outsourced. A good site for that is Fiverr. I didn't use it, but I looked at some of the examples they had on there, and they're really good. They're like $5 to $10. Some people charge $30 depending on what package you get. But make sure that you are able, or you can, private label your items. It will benefit you in the long run, I promise. And like, to put those labels on, you will need a tag gun to put the hang tag on. You can get that off of Amazon. For the labels on the product, you can look for sewing resources. Get someone who sews to put them on, or you can sew them on yourself looking at a YouTube video, of course. So those are just different things you can do with private labeling. So I do want to let you guys know that starting a business costs money, honey, okay? It costs money. And I know a lot of people say, well, I don't have the money to start a business. Start somewhere. Register business or buy the domain. GoDaddy, if their domains are available and they're not, something popular, like you have the word melanin, you have the word melanin in it, it's gonna be very expensive. So it depends on the keywords you have in your business name. But if GoDaddy has that domain available, it's like $11. Get it. Go ahead and get it. And I mean, I've just learned just to research, because I am going in this not knowing anything, and I just was like, I want to start a business, but I don't know where to start, right? So I did a lot of research, and I'm still researching. If it's research on how to apply for a seller's permit in the state of Georgia, or how to edit a website in Shopify, or how to order products or get a manufacturer to create your products. I have done a lot of research, and I'm still researching, and it's like the research never ends. But I am not mad at all because I'm investing in my own business. And so if you want to invest in your business, it's gonna take some research, okay? A lot of research. And there are a lot of resources out there. YouTube was a big resource for me, okay? Google, a big resource for me that I'm still using. But that is what I've learned so far. And again, my company name is Dress Olive, so I would definitely love for you to go ahead and follow my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts at Dress Olive. Please support. My site is not launched yet. I'm still building my inventory. So please just be on the lookout for Dress Olive, because we are coming, okay? We are coming, okay? Okay. But I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you learned a lot from it. And I really hope that if you decide to start your business, you're not hesitating because you don't know much. just do it, you know, just do it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell for more videos when I post. With that being said, peace up, A-Town down.